Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What up, boy?
Hi, Eli.
What's going on?
Say, have fun, guys.
Fun guys.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
Yeah.
Ooh,
He's at a.
there you go.
He has his own little uh leapfrog laptop, and he's been getting his laptop, a mouse, and his keyboard, and he has a little headset, and he's been telling me he's going to go do his podcast.
Oh, that's very
So
cute.
Sam,
Get
you've
him,
been on the
get him hooked
podcast.
young.
Josh and Keith, you've also been on the podcast. So
Oh, wonderful.
he's been working on his podcast skills. It's been kind of funny.
Welcome, everyone, to Hexproof Award, Season 2, Episode 2. Today, we will be talking turtles, talking about how the pre-release weekend went for everyone, talking about things from the weekend that weren't turtle related, and then diving into our deck builder series where we're going through every color. This color is red, and I have taken the reins on this one, and I can't wait to get into that. But first, let's talk about the weekend. Before we go into turtles, I do want to just give an initial shout out to friend of the channel and one of my best friends ever, Billy Weldon, for joining us on Sunday to practice some live games in that format and workshopping that with us and kicking our butts with the Jareth deck. It was a good time. Always good to have you around. Now, diving into turtles. I did the pre-release, and I had a lot of fun with it. I know there's a lot of uh, mixed reviews as far as Universes Beyond go, but everyone at the Mage Comics I went to in Indianapolis, they had a really good time. Everyone was super nice. It was my first time there at playing at that location, and everyone was just super excited to have that nostalgia. The turtle hit, and it was sometimes some people's very first time ever at a pre-release because the turtles got them there. So I mean, like the more
Oh,
people
well.
who can get hooked on what they love, the better, you know? But I had a lot of fun there. Just wanted to shout out some good cards from my deck that got me, well, I got fifth out of 43 people, which is a pretty decent showing for myself. Not to pat my own back too much. Some great cards in the early game were Raphael Turtle, essentially impact trimmers on a 1/3 for one in a red. So that's a good effect. Impact trimmers being if a creature ETBs, it deals one damage to target opponent. Then um, there were a lot of really strong cards like Utrum Scientist for two and a blue, gives you a 2/2 robot scientist. And then when it enters, you tap or stun a creature. Whenever you can have control, staple to a body and limited. That's really strong. Then April O'Neil Hacktivist, uh, three and a blue. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card for each card type among cards you cast this turn. It drew me a ton of cards. Then Renee, Temporal Apprentice, was a really solid card. You can three and two blue. You flash her in, and when she enters, you return each other non-land permanent that entered this turn to its owner's hand. It pretty much just resets your opponent's fifth turn in limited, which is huge because then on curve you probably pick up your closer the next round and close them out from there. And lastly, the closer was Wrath and Mikey Troublemakers, five and split green red, two split green red for seven total, and Trample Haste 7/7. When they attack, reveal the top card of your library till you reveal a creature card. Put that into battlefield tapped attacking. That formula worked really well for me. Did anyone else crack any turtles over the weekend?
Mhm.
I
I
cracked
haven't bought anything yet.
I cracked a play box. And it was okay. I just feel like, and it might happen a lot in other boxes too. It just, this one really stood out as being like a lot of the same exact rares in the same exact uh format, I mean frame, um art style, stuff like that. I got a couple of good cards. But I scanned all my cards into Mana Box yesterday night and did the math, and I think I literally made back exactly what I spent, almost exactly. So that's kind of crazy. Um, doesn't
That's
usually
with
happen
like
like that. But
commons and uncommon stuff too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so uh, I don't know. It's fun. It was fun opening up turtles, but it's kind of a bummer seeing that we're getting closer and closer to just buy singles or just do pre-release and then buy singles after that. Buying boxes is getting more and more rough. But I think the best card that I opened in the box was Waves of Aggression. Um, that's for 3, and then you can pay either 2 red, 2 white, or a combination of one or the other. That's a sorcery that says untap all creatures that attack this turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase, and it has retrace. So that's the that's the top card that I opened. Another fun thing that finally came in that's not Turtles related, but it, kind of Universes Beyond related was finally Wizards sent out the secret layers of the Fallout, the second wave of Fallout. So those cards came in too, and that was a lot of fun to open those and see what the secret cards were in them. Um, but yeah, it's a fun set. There's a lot of cards and turtles that I think are going to be fun and stick around for a while. It's just going to take a minute, but I'd say in my opinion, everybody does their own thing, and I know that people love cracking packs, but I would say to stick to buying singles for this one unless you go into it knowing that you might not get back what you put in.
It sounds like you experienced waves of aggression after opening the same rare back to back.
Yeah, there's literally, I mean, I sent you guys the video. There's like 4 of the same exact treatments of a card that like I think one pack had 3 of the same exact rare in the pack, like back
Wow.
to back to back. I was like, wow, that's cool to get 3 rares in a pack, but not so cool when it's all the same card.
They put the dis in distribution.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you guys see that the commander decks, the rares are missing their foil stamps on them? There's a lot of that going on. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
What do you even do with that?
I mean, it's a misprint, but it's I mean, some people are selling them on misprint groups and stuff like that, but when it's every single deck, it's not really a. What are you doing, Sam? That looks real weird.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad you're in the top corner because if you weren't,
He's in my bottom
fun.
corner. That was okay. Anyway, for listeners out there, be glad that you're listening and not watching. But here we go. Keith and Sam, is there anything you wanted to bring up before drop into our deck building?
Nope, pretty
Mm,
boring weekend.
yeah, I didn't really play Magic or do much of that, so I'm good.
Okay. And then I feel like this is a good distribution of the Magic player base of people who went to Turtles and people who are like, I'll sleep in on this one. So I think that's a fair distribution.
Pretty much.
We have fair split representation amongst our crew. And with that, let's do United representation in our deck building series. Okay. Okay. We have ourselves the mono red portion of our deck building series. I wanted to bring Calamity, Galloping Inferno. If you so you may say to yourself, Josh, didn't last time weren't you're in charge of a monocolor deck, you made it all about horses? Yes. So if you had a nickel for every time I made a monocolor horse deck on this channel, you'd have 2 nickels, which is more than you probably expect. But here we go. Uh, I love this card, and I feel like it's a very solid red representation effect. It is Calamity, Galloping Inferno. It is 4 and 2 red for a legendary creature horse mount. It has haste. Also, whenever it attacks while saddled, choose a non-legendary creature that saddled it this turn and create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it. Sacrifice the token at the beginning of the next end step. Repeat this process once, so you get yourself 2 short-term copies of tokens. So with that, we're looking, when we go into our creatures, we're looking for ETBs that we can abuse, and boy, will we. So, starting us off at the top of our curve, we have effects like Agate Instigator, Lizard Rogue, has Offspring for 1 and a red. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then we have ourselves a Charming Scoundrel. Haste ETBs, you get a couple options. You can discard a card, then draw a card. You can create a treasure token, or you can create a Wicked Roll token and attach that to the target creature you control. We have ourselves a Enterprising Scallywag, which is a Goblin Pirate. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, you create a treasure token, so an early drop that's going to help us get treasures. And then also on the same token, trying to get out our 6-cost commander, we have ourselves a Generator Servant. You can tap and sacrifice it to add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool, and you can use this to only cast creature spells, but that creature spell has haste. Then we have ourselves Iron Mirror again, helping us get our commander out sooner, just taps for a red. We have Wily Goblin. Whenever it enters, you create a treasure token, so it ETBs in the early game, helps us get our commander out, or we can copy it down the road to make extra treasures. We have ourselves the Circuit Mender. When it enters, you gain 2 life, and then whenever it leaves the battlefield, you draw a card with Calamity. We'll be sacrificing those tokens, so it'll be leaving the battlefield, so we get to draw those cards. Exhibition Magician, again, enters with a couple options. You can make a 1/1 green and white citizen token or create a treasure token. Then we have again another impact tremors effect on a creature with a Molten Gatekeeper for 2 and a red. You get yourself a Golem artifact creature. Whenever the creature enters the battlefield under your control, or whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Again, having some utility stapled to our creatures' ETBs is very important with this deck. So we have Plundering Barbarian. It's a Dwarf Barbarian. When it enters, you get to choose to either destroy target artifact or create a treasure token. Then you have a Professional Facebreaker. Whenever one of our creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you create a treasure token, and you can sacrifice a treasure token to impulse draw. Then again, with the impact tremors on a stick, we have ourselves a Wefstalker Ardent. On artifact or creature ETBs, we are making a lot of treasures so that he will benefit us on both ends. And then again, impact tremors on a creature. Witty Roastmaster, creature enters, you deal 1 damage to each opponent. Then for our big guns, we have ourselves a Fanatic of Mogus, 3 and a red. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to each opponent equal to your devotion to red. And then with the Calamity, we'd be getting multiple copies of that and doing a lot of damage on swing. I don't always love Solemn Simulacrum in decks. I feel like he's an overplayed card, but in this deck particularly, he is very powerful because we get to abuse that ETB where you get to search for the basic land card and put it into battlefield tapped, and the death trigger where we get to draw a card. So it is absolutely worth it in this deck. We have some more powerhouse with the Sunspine Lynx. Players can't gain life, so we keep our opponents beat down, and then damage can't be prevented. When this enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. In Commander, you'll be surprised at how many non-basic lands people are running these days. Then Flame Rush Rider, it's kind of a earlier ability to copy our commander's effect in some capacity. Whenever Flame Rush Rider attacks, create a token that's a copy of another attacking creature you control that's tapped and attacking. Exile the token at the end step, and it has dash, so you can get it in for a smaller cost. Rapacious Dragon, just solid ETB in this deck. For a 3/3 flying dragon, you make 2 treasure tokens on ETB. This one's pretty nasty. The Anti-Causal Vestige, 6 colorless Eldrazi. When this creature leaves the battlefield, you draw a card. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. So making copies of that, and also you can warp it in and crew or mount it with it warped and get the effect for even cheaper. And we have another nasty play with Combustible Gearhulk. On ETB, you target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If they don't, you mill 3 cards, and then Combustible Gearhulk deals damage to that player equal to the total mana value of these cards. Okay, going into our non-creatures, we have a couple of board wipes with Chain Reaction, dealing X damage where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. Blasphemous Act, dealing 13 damage for 8 in red. You'll never pay that because it's reduced equal to the number of creatures on the battlefield. And then we have some utility spells with Explosive Derailment, where you can spree. You can, for 2, you get to do 4 damage to any creature, or for 2, you get a destroy target artifact, or you can pay 5 and do both, because why not? Then we have ourselves the Great Train Heist. This is another spree spell. You can red, and then you can do 2 in a red additional to untap all creatures you control. If it's your combat phase, there's an additional combat phase after this one. Or for 2 creatures you control, get +1/+1 gain first strike until end of turn, or choose an opponent. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to that player, create a treasure token. Then we have ourselves Return the Favor, another spree spell. For 2 red, you can add 1 to copy target instant or sorcery spell, activated ability, or triggered ability, and you may choose new targets for it. This can be essentially a counter spell if you need it to be, which is really nice. And then the second part is you can pay 1 and change the target spell. Yeah. Then Seething Song is just a way to get our commander out even quicker. If we can get her out on turn 4 with Seething Song and an extra land. Then we have go into our artifacts. We have Glaring Spotlight, which is creatures our opponents control lose hexproof, and we can pay 3 sack it. Our creatures gain hexproof and unblockable until end of turn, and guaranteeing our board state gets through. We have Soul Ring, just a mana ramp. Arcane Signet, again to mana ramp. Key to the City is one of my favorite cards ever. Put it in all sorts of decks. You can tap it and discard a card. Up to 1 creature can't be blocked this turn, and then when it becomes untapped, you can pay 2 to draw a card. So great way to filter. Then Lightning Greaves. Our Calamity is going to be a lightning rod for our opponent's control because it's so powerful. So we just want to protect it with that. We got ourselves a Ruby Medallion to reduce the cost of our red spells by 1. A Swiftfoot Boots, again, providing that protection. And then Trailblazer Boots, providing the evasion that we need. And we have Mighty Servant of Luco. And this is a great way to draw cards in red or colors that have difficulty drawing in. If it's crewed with exactly 2 creatures and deals combat damage to a player, you draw 2 cards. It's a 6/6 with trample, so there's probably a good chance that you'll be able to do that. Whisper Silk Cloak, creature can't be, or equipped creature can't be blocked, and has Shroud. Then we have the Panharmonicon. We are busting out all these ETBs, so why not double the ETB power with a Panharmonicon? And then this card is absolutely broken with this commander, and you will not find it on EDH Rec or anywhere. This is the Magmatic Galleon. It is a vehicle for 3 and 2 red. When this enters, it deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls, and whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal XX non-combat damage, you create a treasure token. These all see each other on that ETB. They are not creatures that are attacking on the ETB, but they all get to do the damage, and then they multiply, and then you find yourself having a ton of treasures. You have to like do some math, but you get a ton of treasures. It's really cool. Then going to enchantment, again, drawing's hard in red, so we're going to cheat and use Connect the Dots. It's one of my favorite enchantments ever. Whenever a creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. You can pay 1 in red, discard your hand, sacrifice Connect the Dots. Put all cards exiled with Connect the Dots to their owner's hand. I've never played that card and not drawn 10 cards from it. It is amazing. Impact Tremors. Whenever a creature you control enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then again, drawing cards, we're going to impulse draw with count on luck. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Again, more impulse draw with Valacult Expiration. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can impulse draw. And then if you don't cast it, you get to deal damage equal to the number of cards exiled with Valakut Expiration to target opponent. And Warstorm Surge, when a creature you control enters, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So that's again using those ETBs. Our lands can be pretty simple, just a Rogue's Passage to help our commander get in, and 32 basic mountains. So what I'm looking for from the crew, I need 13 more strong red creatures with either good ETBs or mana options to round out the creature base. And then I need 10 non-creature spells to help support the engine.
Would you be up for adding a meteor
Nice.
golem?
Oh, absolutely. That's great, especially since red struggles with removing certain permanents like enchantments. That's going to be a great option.
Yeah, I've got quite a few red creatures with some cool ETBs. For starters, I have Summon Esper Rama. It has it's an enchantment creature saga. First step is Judgment Bolt. Did you find it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at different tabs, so I can't see. First step when it comes in, so it'll be duplicated. Only the first step, I believe. Judgment Bolt. This creature deals damage equal to the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard. Target creature and opponent controls. And it's a 3/3. And the other effects are good, but probably not necessary. And Possibility Technician, 2 in a red, 3/3 creature Kavu Artificer. Whenever this creature or another Kavu you control enters, exile the top card of your library. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it if you control a Kavu.
Yeah, I love it. Like I mentioned, red has a hard time drawing, so anytime you can get those impulse draw engines going, it's great.
Yeah, I have.
Go ahead, Keith.
Good.
Oh, you got it.
There's another summon. It's summon GF. I would like to summon a GF. GF Ifrit. It's like G.F. Yeah, Ifrit. And this one is step 1 and 2. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And then steps 3 and 4, add 1 red.
Yeah, that's
And
good because if you get it early game, it can help you cast your commander. If you get it late game, you get to discard and draw and stable it and filter your hand.
yeah, and I'm not sure if we have like a whole lot of damage on the board. So Ogre Battle Driver is 2 double red, and it has whenever another creature you control enters, that creature gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. So if you duplicate this a couple times in one turn and have some sort of hasty boy come in, it'll get like +6/+0 and have haste. So that could be pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I think they would see and they'd see each other if you target him. So then, like the ogre battle drivers themselves would be pretty nasty.
hmm And I have another one, but I've been just pumping out creatures, and we probably need to check some other stuff out.
Nathan, I think you had one on deck.
Village Pillagers.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's my last pick.
fun one. For 3 and 2 red, it's a Goblin Warrior with Wither, and then when this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, and then whenever a creature an opponent controls with a counter on it dies, you create a tapped treasure token. So if we can pass around Wither and things like that to all of our opponents' creatures, we're gonna be getting fat with tokens,
Yeah,
with
I mean,
treasures.
not to mention, like, you didn't have to put the token on, or like, you didn't have to put the counter on the creature. There's plenty of creatures and +1/+1 counter decks that won't survive, like the ETBs of things that enter and do 5 damage and whatnot. So just that passively being there is going to be getting us treasures. I like
Ooh,
that a lot.
Port Razor would be a fun one for this deck too.
Oh yeah, could be nasty.
So Port Razor 3 and 2 red. Whenever Port Razor deals combat damage to a player, untap each creature you control. After this combat phase, there's an additional combat phase. Port Razor can't attack a player it has already attacked this turn.
Nathan always finding the cards that give you additional combat phases. Very on brand.
Yeah. What's the card from
Mm,
Aether Drift that does that?
I figured we could staple it to the bodies and replicate them that way more so.
Okay.
There, yeah. But I do like where your brain was with the port razor. That fits perfectly.
I had a braid written down because I don't think I saw one. Just a
Okay.
quick burn. Ooh.
Yep. Nice little
And removal.
yep, utility. You can for 2, very efficient, do 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. It's nice to have that spot control. And then go back to our creatures. Do we have we rounded out the 33 creatures
Nope,
yet?
not
No,
yet.
we still need 6 creatures.
Okay.
What if we put Hoarding Dragon in here to help us get our artifacts in case we don't get them? So we don't have to wait for forever for them. So Hoarding Dragon, 3 and 2 red, dragon with flying. When this creature enters, you may search your library for an artifact card, exile it, then shuffle. When this creature
What's
dies, you
up?
may put the exiled card into its owner's hand.
I like it.
Ooh, this could be fun too. Uh, Spawn of Thraxes. 5 and 2 red. It's another dragon. When Spawn of Thraxes enters the battlefield, it deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of mountains you control.
Oh,
Nice,
So since
ideal.
we're
I like
just
it.
doing straight up mountains,
there's a new turtle card called Special Move. 2 in a red instant. Choose 2.
oh,
Destroy target artifact. Put 2/1/1 counters on target attacking or blocking creature.
what was that? What card is it?
Special move.
Special move. I
And
found another dragon that combos with Spawn.
oh no.
Where did special move go? There it is.
Instant. Destroy
Jump
target
kick.
artifact
Foot
or add
toss.
2/1/1 counters. Or target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any other target, then sacrifice it. So it has
Okay,
a fling sort of build on.
Josh, how do you feel about adding Twin Flame Tyrant? So if you play the Spawn of Thraxus and we're doing damage equal to the number of mountains you control, Twin Flame Tyrant says it's for 3 and 2 red. It's a 3/5 dragon with flying. It says if a source you control will deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals double that damage instead.
Yeah, and then that's really nasty with all of the impact tremors effects
Right.
we got going on too. That's
We're
just
just
gonna multiply
oh my
into
gosh, this
absolute.
deck is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's gonna be lots of fun, nice, explosive, and red. Everything that I ever wanted it to be. Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
feeling it.
Oh, we don't
I
have
have a
Vandal Blast, do we?
no. I have a pump spell after that.
Pump it up.
Hit it up. What's up?
It is pack attack. 2 in a red instant. Attacking creatures get +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of players being attacked, and draw a card.
Love it.
Figured we need
Sam,
some
you got
damage.
anything, buddy?
I was gonna recommend a Nykthos, but I don't know if you want to go in that direction.
Ichthos, Shrine of Ichthos.
Nykthos Shrine to Nyx.
How do I
Should
spell
be
Sure.
Nykthos?
Nykthos.
How do I
NYK.
That sounds familiar.
Tap 2. If you can tap it or use colorless or tap 2, tap it. Choose a devotion. And you create X, depending on whatever your devotion to red would be.
I don't know where it went.
The land.
Oh, it's a land?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
gotcha.
Enchantments. Okay, since we're gonna be pinging a little bit with some ETBs, how about Fated Firepower? X, triple red enchantment flash. The enchantment enters with X fire counters on it. If a source you control will deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus an amount of damage equal to the number of fire counters on this enchantment instead.
Heck yeah. Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Uh,
So
Are we?
something else I was kind of thinking is how would we feel about any sort of like threat and effects like active treason and stuff like that to have the option to take our opponent's stuff and
Copy
then
them.
copy them and throw it at them.
Ooh, coercive recruiter would be great because those stack if you also copy them. So when that comes in, that is a creature. Let's read coercive recruiter.
I found it.
Am I thinking the right one? Yeah. When coercive recruiter or another pirate enters the battlefield under your control, gain control target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature until end of turn. It gains haste and becomes a pirate in addition to its other types. And if you copy a coercive recruiter, they will see each other because they're both pirates and they're entering and so on and so on.
Oh, very cool. I love that.
Do you want to add a
Uh,
Sozin's Comet? 3 and
Uh,
2 red. Each
Firebending
creature you
5.
control gains Firebending 5 until end of turn, and then you can foretell it for 2 in a row.
I don't think we can't really cast a lot of instant
Yeah.
speed, so it might not be the deck for it, unfortunately.
Okay.
you might want to run Sundial of the Infinite. Just tap one, tap it in the turn, but you can only activate it on your turn. Anything that
trying
you
to
create
save some
copies of,
tokens.
that's at the beginning of the end step, you could just end the turn, exile those off the stack, and then you won't have to ever sacrifice the creatures that you made copies of.
Right
Let's
on.
go.
That's really cool. I didn't even think
Good.
about saving them. That's a great idea.
Getting greedy.
Yeah, I love getting greedy with a deck. Let's go.
Getting greedy in red.
We could throw a Twin Flame in here if you wanted.
Yeah, that's good. You
There.
can kind of get the effects going without your commander on the board. So I like that. Some redundancy is nice.
Yeah, so Twin Flame, 1 in a red. Strive, Twin Flame costs 2 in a red more to cast for each target beyond the first. Choose any number of target creatures you control. For each of them, put a token that's a copy of the creature onto the battlefield. Those tokens have haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step.
Oh,
I
did we
love it.
want more treason effects? Guess we only
Uh,
threw in 2 real quick.
We need
I
2
do
more
love
creatures, by the way.
yeah, I do love treason. So like, and then I do love creatures. So then also I love treasonous creatures too. So any of those combinations will work just fine.
Oop. I'm trying to find some dupes for
You
active
might want to put
treason.
in Perforos, God of the Forge.
That'd be a good little pinger.
Oh yeah, and that
It's expensive though. We missed some of the budget pingers that could be copied. I
yeah,
think.
I just have to be careful not to accidentally have any of the uh ones that are legendary because you can't target them with Calamity, unfortunately.
We need 1 more creature. Should we find another Kavu from Edge of Eternities that would work with Possibility Technician? I know there's a couple of fun ones that would be nice to have in
Yeah,
this deck.
Isn't there like one that is it just
I
uh
should have saved that.
is there the one that like lets you give warp to the red creatures or something like that?
Let me look real
Yeah, that's the
quick.
one commander. He's in the spaceship. Artifact cards and red creature cards in your hand have warp 2 in a red. That's Tanuk.
Tenuk
T-A. Yeah.
Steadfast Second.
Actually, yeah, that's just pretty cool overall for
Oh
giving
man.
everything warp.
Yeah, and then so yeah, you can cheating McCheat face some things down for warp, warp them
Where did he
down, copy
go?
them with Calamity, and
There he is.
beat people up with them way ahead of schedule. I love that. I think that's a great way to round out our creature block.
Yeah, he has. That's honestly, he's one of my favorite arts in all of Edge of Eternities. This one right here. Oh no.
Yeah,
There we go.
your
That's
favorite
just
art
so
broke the
cool.
system.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it. That's great.
I just think it's super cool.
Yeah, I like it. The little flag bearer form of him.
That one, and then like the Tezzeret sitting on his like throne, that weird Tezzeret art from Edge of Eternities. Those are probably my two favorite arts of Edge of Eternities. Anyway,
Hell yeah.
sorry, we got on a tangent.
No, we are
We're at
good.
99 cards. We need
You
one more
could
card. That's
you could
crazy.
either put in either Strionic Resonator or the Fire Crystal, depending on what you want to do with it.
Ooh, the Fire Crystal's a good
Fire
choice.
crystal might be nice. Does it give everything haste? What's its red ability do? Does it make
6
tokens?
mana, tap it, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, sacrifice, beginning of the next end step.
Oh, heck yeah,
Nice.
that's more redundancy. It also reduces the cost of our red creatures, helps us
Ooh.
get
And gives
Calamity down
everybody
a tune
haste.
earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
Baller.
absolutely love it. I feel
that's
good
awesome.
about this deck. This feels spicy. How do
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it
guys
might
feel
be
about it?
scary.
I like it a lot, honestly. This is another one that I feel like I would have no problem building and playing with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
I'll
aggressive.
be
There's
completely honest with you.
Yeah.
some nice synergy
Do we
going on in
want
there.
since we added Nykthos, do we want to tap down one mountain and add one more card?
I think it honestly, if we're being smart players, our commander does cost 6, and we're kind
Okay.
of limited in draw. So I think this is actually a happy accident.
Okay. We want to draw a couple hands real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, coming
2,
together.
1, 3.
Yeah,
I think we're good.
Sheesh.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's looking pretty good.
Heck yeah.
I
Okay.
love it. Thank you
Cool.
for the
All
help,
right.
guys. I love this deck. This is
Bracket
something I would
2.
love to run. Bracket
Bracket
2,
2.
yeah.
There we go.
And honestly, and then players at home, you could absolutely sub out any of the cards that are $10+ for other cards with ETB and still do a ton of damage on a
Yeah.
budget with this
Pick,
Well,
bad boy.
if we're being
pick your
completely
favorite
honest, there was
ETB.
only like maybe 5 cards that were over that $10 mark, maybe if that in this deck. Like this is a pretty. I mean, we're at $223.45 for a
And
deck
one
that's
land costs 42 of it, so
spicy. Yeah,
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 so
a minute ago it
so
was less than 100.
so take Nykthos and a couple of the spicy dragons out and just replace them with anything else with like a nice ETB, and you have yourself a budget version that will still kick butt.
or if you proxy the whole deck, you'll have yourself a really budget version. Anyway, let's go
Also fair.
through and select our themes for this deck.
Aggro.
What do you mean?
Violence. Horse-themed violence.
All
you
right.
could put budget.
Uh, maybe not. Our version isn't budget, but you
Not
could
really.
I
I'd say
don't.
we
I'd
are
say budget.
casual.
I'd say budget is under $50. We're not budget.
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Clones?
Yeah, we be cloning.
Would you call those clones?
Yeah, for a second.
Copies, clones?
We still need
Yeah.
to make an egg deck at some point.
Yeah.
Just all eggs.
Okay. We need
See,
mono
not quite
red.
8 pairs, but
No. Mono red.
let's go. Right.
Honestly, that just might be about it. I don't really see a lot of things.
Yeah.
I guess we technically have we'll be making a lot of treasures. I don't know if
Oh,
treasures is
tokens
a
too,
thing.
I guess.
Tokens, yeah, I guess. Um,
Tokens. I don't see treasures.
okay, yeah, so we're golden then. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I am very happy with this.
Do you want to change the
Deck.
name of the deck?
I was working under the name of like Mount Doom, just because it's because it's our mount is going to bring doom upon our opponents, and this
Okay.
is the Calamity, the forgotten horseman of the apocalypse.
All right.
I am
Perfect.
I am very happy with that deck. I had a lot of fun like building the spine of it, and you guys had some excellent suggestions. That one I would love to play in cardboard.
Yeah, that one would be a lot of fun for the owner. I don't think it'll be a lot of fun for the
Hmm.
people that are taking that lashing. But yes,
You,
that's
you
a
mean you mean drawn and quartered?
yeah. But that's the whole point of this series is trying to, we're showing what each color is known for. So, I mean, green, we had a lot of like growing, ramping, getting big, big butt type stuff. And then, red is just beating the crap out of people, being hasty about it and just burning them to the ground. So, um, yeah.
I'd like to thank everyone for letting me be red representation. So
Who
thank you.
Yeah.
who wants to be who wants to run the black, mono black?
Wooberg. Oh, we're going backwards.
Yep.
I feel like Sam would do a pretty good job at building mono black. I feel like there's
I
a
think that would
darkness
be
within
fun.
that lad.
I can do it.
All
Okay,
right.
right on.
Let's do it. With that, is there anything else anybody wants to talk about before we head out?
Uh, no, I had a lot of fun with this episode. I felt nice, clean deck building episode, and stoked to see what nastiness Sam comes out with on the next one.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you guys on the next one. See you next week.
Wait, but first, does this episode resolve?
Um,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Yeah.
I think it
It
resolves.
resolves.
Does
Yeah.
Yep, yep. Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you liked what you heard, you can continue to listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.